Hey, it's Tauri, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have the wonderful Lena from Death Dealer Union. You also may know her from her other band, Infected Rain. How are you doing today, Lena?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's a day off. I'm in Italy visiting my family, and tomorrow we get on the road again. So you are actually my last interview. So I was super excited to meet you. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me too. It's been, it's an absolute pleasure and an honor because I actually discovered you via my channel with like Infected Rain, and then of course now with Death Dealer Union. You have the debut album for Death Dealer Union coming out on September 22nd. You've had 4 singles out under the band name, but 2 of those are actually from the debut album. How have you found the response from the fan base so far?
It's very great, actually. In fact, I think one of the reasons why the band decided to invite me to be their vocalist was the reaction that they got, the love that they got, the support that they were receiving with the 2 singles and their music videos that we released as, Death Dealer Union featuring Lena Scissorhands. And yeah, I think that's one of the reasons. But I am very happy that people opened their mind and they accepted this completely different genre of metal that this band is going for, and just everybody seems to love it. It's more like probably a little bit for a bigger audience than what we are doing with Infected Rain. It could be, but it could not be. I don't know. I don't know. I just like all the music. For me, it's so difficult to judge like what is more mainstream. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that leads me into my next question because I was going to ask you about like what made you decide to join the band like fully, because obviously those first 2 singles, as you said, it was just featuring Lena Scissorhands, but now you're fully in the band.
yeah, well, the decision was actually a hard decision. In fact, I had to deny the proposal of joining the band fully, um, probably even twice, to be honest. The thing is, the owner of the band, McKenna, and the person that does the most in the band, he's also the drummer of the band. Me and him, we worked pretty closely on all the songs before, and we became closer, and we became friends, and just his aspirations and his views on music uh, were never uh, pretentious in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when he proposed to me to fully join the band, even though initially his idea was to have different musicians, that's why Death Dealer Union, that was part of the idea of the name, if I understand correctly, because I was not the one coming up with the idea. It was fully him.
Mm-hmm.
And then later with Doug, the guitar player, they were having their own plans for this band that were completely different initially. But then eventually, with doing some songs together, working together, doing the music videos, so meeting in person, because we only live 4 hours driving away from each other. LA and Vegas is not that far. So that we are in the same time zone. So it's very easy to communicate when you're not that far. It's a little bit easier because obviously I am doing the same with Infected Rain, but we have 10 hours of difference. Right. So it's a little complicated and more complex. So yeah, just the approach and the easiness and the creativity behind what they were trying to go for made me think about it. And then obviously the extra encouragement and extra reassurance from the musicians, specifically from CC as an owner of the band, the reassurance that this project will never interfere with the plans and with everything connected with Infected Rain, and they will be respectful for a band that I'm with from the beginning, that I consider my baby, and that I put so much effort into, so much like energy, time, tears and blood, seriously, that like nothing could be more prioritized. I often prioritized Infected Rain over my private life even, which might be not that great, but I did, because I believe in this project with all my heart, and I feel this project with all my heart. So, and they understand that, they love the band, that the reason why they asked me to sing for them was because they love what I do with Infected Rain. So that's why it made me think about it. And after, even though I said no initially, after talking some more and getting all those reassurances, I felt more comfortable and more safe joining a completely new band from scratch, that I don't even know for how long this is gonna go and what their plans are. You never know. Your plans could be, to do this forever, but life is life and things happen. And I know for sure what are the plans with Infected Rain, because I'm there from the start, and we created it kind of together and made it, what it is together. So yeah, I guess that's like pretty much like to explain how everything kind of started and why I decided to join it.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did, because
I love music very much. My favorite thing on the planet to do is singing.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not the typical singer that sings for no reason in the house all the time, 24/7, I don't really do that, but it is my favorite thing to do. I sing whenever I can, and I prefer singing on stage. I prefer singing in front of a microphone. So it could be the studio or the rehearsal room. But yeah, this is an extra reason for me to sing, extra place for me to be creative. And if the time and the stars align and the time is there, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I also love that you get to experiment a bit more with your vocals in Death Daily Union as well. Because you get to hear a bit more of your cleaner side compared to Infected Rain, and I really, really love that. I love that you're able to even like push yourself a bit more. Like you say, it's because it's a bit more, not to use the term mainstream, but I feel like
for a bigger audience in a way.
A bigger audience, like you saying. I was going to ask you about the band name, and you pretty much answered that. Like Cece's idea was for it to be like a collaboration between different vocalists, but now that you're in the band,
Yeah, and actually we were thinking about changing the name before we signed with while we were in the process of signing with the label and working on the first album. The idea of changing the name was there. Because again, as I said initially, I don't think they were just planning to have different vocalists. Maybe they were planning to just have different musicians in general, just to be a band that hosts and different musicians. I think, but I might be mistaken. That's the impression that in the beginning it gave me. And you might want to interview McKenna for that, or Doug. Maybe they will give more answers. But yeah, then when with a little bit of research, a little bit of thinking, they still decided to stay with the same name.
Yeah, I like this. It's very interesting. It's one that grabs the attention, because you're thinking Death Daily Union, like what's the story behind that? And like I think it's a fun name. I really like it. So talking about the record label, of course, in the email I had, we talked about this just before I started recording. I know you wanted to clear it up about using your full name.
Yeah.
But you just want to stay as Lena Scissorhands, correct?
Honestly, I was even debating lately. I was like, maybe I should just change my online name as well, because it gives so much confusion to people. The thing is, I got this so-called nickname, Lena Scissorhands, so long ago. It was a nickname I was given by friends when I finished the hairdresser school. Around age 16, I was still in high school, and I decided that I want to help out my family and try to earn my own money. And I really wanted to have a job that I like. And I was passionate about hair. since I was very small, and I thought that maybe I could be good at it. Maybe, so I did the basic hairdresser school in my country at the very young age, like I was 15 or so. And then at age 16, when I finished it, my friends brought me as a gift a t-shirt that had embroidered Lena Scissorhands. It was fully their idea. I am a big fan of the movie Edward Scissorhands and Tim Burton, of course. But it was never, to the, super fan level, or to the level where like that's all I talk about. It was just a friend. It was like a joke that my friends did, and I thought it was hilarious. It's still one of my favorite movies to watch for Christmas, so I absolutely love it. But yes, it was a nickname given to me by friends, and I just kept it. I was wearing that shirt when I was working as a hairdresser. I used to have it for a very long time until I ruined it with colors. But later on, when internet was becoming a little bit bigger, and I created my first like MySpace page or something, I decided to use the same name. So I used that, and then I used it for an email, then I used it for Instagram, and it just stuck with me. And then I became a musician around the same time, and it's just like how everybody knew me from online, kind of. Not that I had a lot of followers or anything when I was, internet was a lot smaller at the time and everything. But that's pretty much how everything started. And the only reason why I'm giving you all this like sub story is because I don't mind if you call me Lena. I don't mind if you call me Elena, which is my full name. The country I was born in has this custom to call people by their full name only when you are addressing to them very formal, like to a teacher or to a doctor or to a parent or someone you addressing to that person, or to an elderly with their full name, even last name you can add to it sometimes, or middle name or something. And when you call each other by the shorter version of your name, it's more like friendly. And that's why I feel like whenever people call me Elena is a little bit very like more formal, and I was like, oh, what did I do?
Am I in trouble?
Yeah, exactly. But obviously that is my name in my ID, so I have to use it for many formal documents and so on. So for some reason, there is a small little misunderstanding that I still have to understand where it started. People started thinking that I'm using my full name with the side project, side band, Death Dealer Union, and I'm using my nickname, art name, Lena Scissorhands with Infected Rain. That is incorrect. Please stop saying that, because it's not something I was going for. It's not something I asked for. And I think that is just a small little misunderstanding that people thought that that's what I'm doing to divide the two projects, maybe. Which there's nothing wrong in that, absolutely, but it's nothing that I was trying to do. So.
Well, and then it doesn't make sense for you to divide it anyway. Like, why would you use?
It's still me. It's the same person, same vocal range, same everything.
Yeah. You may as well just keep it all under the same thing. You're still Lena. There's no point having this for this and this for that. Just keep it all under the same thing. And
it was never my intention, so I apologize if this impression went a little bit viral for anybody. I don't think it was intentions of anybody. I think it was just a small little misunderstanding that people assumed, and then that's what happened. I still have to dig deeper and understand how to like get rid of this like little misunderstanding.
Well, thank you so much for clearing that up.
Of course, no problem. It's not your fault. As I said, I don't even know who started this.
So, the latest single that just came out was called The Integument. Can you go into your own words about like what the song was about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This song is literally about the fact that it is time to get a move, like to start moving a little bit. It feels like in fact, I literally use the word quarantine in the song. Been for too long in this quarantine that we've been in a quarantine, and it still feels often with certain people like they are still in that mindset where like a little bit like it's cool to be relaxed and laid back, but this is over. Like, yes, we are still dealing with the certain varieties of the virus that caused COVID and all these deaths and all this like unfortunate like insanities that were happening in on the planet, of course. But the quarantine itself, when we were actually locked down from the world, from our loved ones, from everybody, that's over. Get a move, start living your life a little bit. So that's basically what this song is about. It's very groovy. It's very we joke inside the band that this is our Metallica version of Death Dealer Union. In fact, the song has like 2 guitar solos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very different than anything else we've done. So I've done as a musician. So yeah, basically, I was, even with the outfit, I was going for something fiery, and we want, even our guests, Cherry Bombs, to use their fire performance for that. So yeah.
Yeah, that music video was absolutely gorgeous. Like the
Thank
whole
you.
like aesthetic behind it, your outfit, the fire, and then of course I absolutely loved those 2 guitar solos. It's always a nice surprise when you get one, never mind 2. So I think that one so far until the album comes out and I can decide is probably my favorite Death song so
Right.
far.
Thank you.
Just because of how diverse it is within the song. It's so different, yet it still sounds like Death Dealer Union. And I love when bands can do that. They can play and they can experiment, but they still have their sound that, that they can still hold on to. And
Yeah. Thank you.
it's I'm super excited for the album. I've been excited since you guys first came about. I think it was actually Doug who reached out to me in the first place to on Instagram to be like, hey, we're a new band, we've got this song coming out, would you mind checking it out? It's like, a band's reaching out to me, little old me. I was like, yeah, of course, I'd love to. And then I saw that you were attached to it as well, so that very curious to see how this is going to be sounding compared to, of course, your project of your baby, as you said, Infected Rain. It was nice to see that it was a lot different, and it wasn't something similar. So I just wanted to ask you, like, without giving away spoilers, what was the most challenging like song for you to sing on the album? If you give that away.
I think it is the song Love Me When I'm Ugly, which is a song that probably will have a music video. We didn't film anything for it yet, but we all really love it. And a lot of people that did reviews on the album also like really brought it up and underlined that song multiple times. And I know I can't say much about it, but it's very different because it's more like a ballad in a way. And I don't know, I think that was a little bit more challenging, specifically emotionally, because like sometimes the topics I choose to sing about are just so personal, and that often comes with a lot of pain when you like want to bring it out over and over again, when you like compose and then when you record and then when you play it every day on tour even more, you know what I'm saying? But it works well for my mental health, and I actually love doing that no matter how much it hurts me, because I do believe that often you can cure fire with fire, you know?
Yeah, and I agree with you with that. I feel that's why I love music, because it can be so very powerful and so very healing, and you can either cry from it or you can just like happy dance around your living room to it.
Oh yeah.
It's just there's so many aspects of it, and I really love, like you say, when songwriters do put their own emotions and their own experiences into their songwriting. It just makes it a bit more personal, and it connects you a bit more with that fan base as well. You know,
Oh yeah.
we've all been there when we felt like completely ugly and disgusted with ourselves, and we have those body issues and confidence issues, and I am looking for, if I hope you bring that out as a song and as a music video, because I'm looking forward to that one, because we've all been there, we've
yeah, absolutely. And trust me, this song goes even deeper than that. This song actually goes into not only accepting yourself with all your ups and downs, and loving yourself with all your all your pluses and all your like, I don't know what to say. Like, just like you mentioned, not necessarily the looks, but also like the mental, the attitude towards life, and like how we feel today in comparison with tomorrow, or the previous day, or whatever. But this song also brings something that I've been experiencing a lot throughout my life, but I only started understanding and highlighting it, and how to say, like, actually recognizing it relatively recent. It's how, unfortunately, every single person around us, it can be a parent, it can be a relative in general, it can be a friend, or a close coworker that you have, or your significant other, husband, wife, whatever. How, unfortunately, often many people just don't accept you when you're not at your best.
Yeah.
They just don't want to deal with you when you're not at your best. And that is so unfair. We are not machines, and they are not machines, of course not, of course. But if you cannot accept me and cannot love me when I am not necessarily looking at my best, or sounding at my best, or I don't know, doing something that you think is better in your perspective, in your reality, if your love for me is not strong enough to still love me when I am not right, even I can be not right, I'm a human being, just tell me, you just communicate with me. You can do all of it, but denying and how to say, deprivating a person that you claim to love of your love because you think they're not right, or they don't look at their best, or they whatever, is almost like a crime to me.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, this person that you're supposed to be with, or your parents, or even siblings, or close friends, and then they push away from you as soon as it starts getting hard. It's like, yeah. What's going on? I know I try and treat people how I personally would want to be treated, and unfortunately that's not the way of the world, and it's sad.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why it was really challenging for me emotionally to properly choose words for this song, and properly use vocal tricks for these songs. Let's say vocal, like what exactly, how exactly do you go about it so people can feel what you want to deliver? It was pretty challenging for me. Yeah.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to that song now. even if by the sounds of it, I know I probably will cry to it, but we all need a good cry here and there, Talking on that also, like, what is your creative process like for writing or for recording?
Well, it's very simple, like literally super simple. I don't like to complicate things when it comes to this, especially. I write my thoughts down. I just do that. I started doing that even before I was part of the band. I never had any sort of diary, but I was just putting ideas down in form of poems. Like I could rhyme them or not rhyme them together, just a couple of phrases about something that I wanted to write. I believe I was 14 when I started writing some poems here and there, and only my best friend from school could read it, no one else. And I just continued doing that throughout my life, even way before I became a musician. In fact, the writing process was not completely new to me when I started singing. The singing part was because I was never in a band before Infected Rain. So for Infected Rain and Death Dealer Union, I used the absolute same technique because I'm the same person. I get influenced by the same things. I have the same emotions. It's not like it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for two different bands. You know what I mean? So I just do that. I write things down constantly, sometimes in my phone, sometimes write on a paper. And then when the time comes and I feel inspired or I feel like in the specific mood of writing, I open those notes and I develop something bigger out of just the ideas that were there. That's all at all not connected to any of the recording processes. I don't wait for the time to record to open that notebook. I just have it always handy. It's with me on tour. It's with me home. I just like to have it handy. It's almost like my, I don't know, the place I go when I need to write something down. I don't know. For some reason, I just like that. And when the time comes that my musicians from Infected Rain or Death Dealer Union are bringing to the table a song or an idea for a song or something, I open that notebook and I try to see what emotion goes with the melody, and then I develop and sit there and garnish those lyrics with more metaphors and more things that probably, oh, this doesn't sound that great. Maybe if I do this like game of words, it will sound better. So like I stay there and do that. And that's exactly when I start recording. Like if I put already the lyric to a song, I think about the melody and how I want to deliver those emotions from the lyrics. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I record, in my vocal studio that I have at home. And I send the skeleton ideas of the vocals to my producer first, just to get an idea from him and to see if he likes what I'm going for, because often it changes the song completely, or it can just garnish the song and the song stays just as groovy, just as like how they thought initially that it will be. So after getting a feedback from him, I just start recording properly with many takes, and with all the back vocals and everything together with my producer. So that's pretty much my process with both bands.
It sounds like you've got it pretty much like down and worked out, and I love that the idea of having this this little book that you write down your thoughts and your feelings in, because it's nice to be able to come back to it and to reference it in your lyrics. And because if you're anything like me, you'll think of something, and if you don't jot it down, you'll then forget about it, and you'll be like, oh, I should have written that down.
Yeah, no, trust me. I get like sometimes I can watch a movie and someone said something or something happened that I'm like, wait, what? I know this feeling. I know this emotion.
Yeah.
I should put it down, and I put it down as an idea or as something I want to work on later or develop, because this emotion or this feeling is so familiar to me and I've been through that, or I am going through that now or something, and yeah, it inspires me. A book can inspire me, a person can inspire me, and I just have to write it down. Otherwise, yeah, it's our brain generates so many thoughts in a second, so many thoughts. And if we are not going to be not going to be using this amazing capacity that human beings has, at least 0.00001% of it would be great to be able to use it, so I'm trying my best to use it. Maybe I don't succeed all the time. I don't like really, go to sleep with this notebook. No, but often, it's as close to me as physically possible.
Yeah. That's really, really cool. It's really nice getting to know different musicians' perspectives and on how they work and how their mind works and things like that. So thank you for that. And while you're not writing or performing, what do you like to do downtime, like your off time, like not doing any sort of music or anything like that? You're just trying to relax.
Yeah, I have pretty chill needs. When I relax, I really just like having people I love around me. Like it could be a friend, it could be my boyfriend, or my family member. Because I just travel so much and I don't get to see them much. I like to watch movies very much. I like to listen to music. I like to read books, to cook. I have very simple needs, to be honest. If possible, I like hiking very much, spending time with my dog. Yeah, simple things, to be honest.
Well, I just mentioned your boyfriend. I saw you post on Instagram about like just had your, was it 2 year anniversary you just had?
Yeah.
On August 17th?
Yes.
That is, we have the same anniversary date. My husband and I got married on the 17th of August. We just celebrated 11 years together. So
wow, that's beautiful. I only wish you the best. I had very long relationships. I know how they feel and how safe you feel in a long relationship with a person that knows every single thing about you and accepts you with all your ups and downs and everything. It's really beautiful. Yeah, basically it was the day that we, I guess, went for our first date, if that makes sense. So we both didn't think that was a date, but it turned out later on that it actually was a date.
Well, that's funny, and congratulations to you guys as well. That photo of you together, you guys just look so happy, and it's nice to see that, to know that you've got somebody that you can go back to and after tour and just be yourself with and relax, and like you say, just be with somebody who knows you inside and out, and it's a nice feeling. Yeah. But you say you're in Italy right now with visiting family?
Yes, so we had a couple of days off while touring Europe, and we were in the area on the way to go to Spain. In fact, we are driving to Spain tomorrow. So we always try to swing by my family because my family lives in northern Italy. So yeah, I'm literally in the room of my sister right now doing this interview.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lena, for taking time out of your busy day to come on this interview. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I'm just going to go over again that the debut album from Death Dealer Union comes out on the 22nd of September. It is called Initiation. You guys, I'll of course leave that pre-order link down in the description, along with all of Death Dealer Union's social medias, the YouTube channel, all of that good stuff. Please head on over and support the band. Like their socials, subscribe to their YouTube channel. And of course, I'll leave Lena's stuff down below as well, so you can find her and like and follow her as well. I appreciate you so much, Lena, for taking the time out and for coming on the channel. It's been an absolute pleasure and an honor chatting to you.
I appreciate you and everything you do for the bands, and with your reaction channel, along with other people that do this. It's very refreshing to hear an opinion, an opinion of a person that understands music. And I'm sorry, 1 second, I am getting a call, and I didn't want this to. Can you still see me? There you are.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing and nice to hear someone that understands music, that is reacting to your art is really cool. And thank you. You've been insanely kind towards Infected Rain and Death Dealer Union. I want to invite you, in fact, to stay very tuned for what is coming up with both bands. Both Death Dealer Union and Infected Rain are going to release a lot of music videos this year and next year as well. But some of the music videos we've been working on are insanely emotional and something that we've never done before. So I can't wait for you to react on that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for new music from both bands and for the, of course, the albums as well. I'm assuming you guys are working on an Infected Rain album right now as well.
Oh, it's all done.
It's done.
Oh yeah.
That's exciting.
So new music videos are coming out this year with Infected Rain, but the new album comes out in the beginning of next year. Okay. It's already delivered the label. It's all done. Insane amount of quantity of music videos on both projects are filmed and waiting to be released.
So maybe I'll get a chance to talk to you sometime at the beginning of next year about Infected Rain's album then.
Of course, with pleasure. With pleasure. Thank you so much, Tauri.
I hope that at some point you guys, I know you're doing a huge European tour right now with Infected Rain, but I hope with the new album, either with, I don't know if you're planning on touring with Death Dealer Union or not, or even with Infected Rain, like I hope I get to see you at some point in the USA. So,
well, we are going on tour in the US with Infected Rain, starting with the end of October. It's going to be a very big American tour, so check out the date. It might be somewhere in your area.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, we will be on tour with our friends Gemini Syndrome and with I'm getting a blog down. Friday 13th.
Okay, I'll definitely see if you guys are coming close, because I mean, my husband and I are willing to drive. I mean, we drove 6 hours the other day to go see a band, so we're willing to drive into.
They're gonna kill me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time, and everyone, please again head on over to both bands, Infected Rain and Death Dealer Union, and show your support. Bye guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.